Hello, this is Sabrina from Piedra Luna Tarot 808. Bring you the reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising, as well as the 12th house of the collective, of our dreams, of intuition, and of being together, what connects us all together, because it's ruled by Neptune, which, because it's a very water sign, and it's the underworld. It has a lot of it has to do with psychology, with hidden things, with secrets, be it at an individual level, as well as a collective level. So for the individuals, I have the following energy for Sun, Moon, or Rising, and Venus as well. First, I had the Empress and Judgment upside down. Let me show you the cards, or in reverse. Let me show you the cards upright. Very nice cards. Mermaid Tarot card. Very fitting for Neptune and Pisces. And with the Empress and Judgment, the Empress has to do with abundance, has to do also with our kindness, can also have to do with our work, or where we actually have domineering power in our lives. So that and as well, that has to do not only with because the Queen has that energy of not only taking care of her kingdom, but she's also the heart that connects the kingdom to the people, or connects the family together as well. So there's that energy as well of the feminine, the empowered feminine, the divine feminine. And by having them upside down, Pisces, this could reflect for you during this month of September, or in the beginning of October as well, of having made a bad judgment on regards being a bit, because the Empress in reverse can be harsh, and she can act out of impulse in a way that is out of character, that is reactive even, and or something that wasn't called for, maybe a judgment that you made at the workplace, or you made in the family life, that kind of made, or that you received. That this could also be, if you're Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising, it could also be possible that you receive such news. And also this two were in reverse, so it's the reverse energy with the Tower and the Moon are strong energies. Pisces can reflect a lot the Moon energy, in the sense that it can be a moody sign, it can be a sign that isolates, the sign that of like blurriness, of like a haze, like in the weakest part, of course, of Pisces and Neptune. And with them being in the reverse, I feel that this bad judgment, or this bad judgment that you receive from others, it causes you a Tower moment, not in the upright, which is more eventful, or more of a harsher gravity in your life, or more shocking, but it is a bit disruptive. And it also gives you clarity, because we have the Moon in the reverse. So while the Moon will have the energy of being blurry and hazy on the upright, actually in the reverse will give you it was like a bit of clarity. It's like, could also be secrets, or it could be like someone made a bad judgment about you, or they something that wasn't called for, or it wasn't heartful, or it wasn't compassionate, or it could be more severe than that in your life, of course. And it shook you to see that side of that person, but it also gave you clarity. And here I also had the Four of Pentacles on the reverse, along with the Wheel on the upright, which were the last cards that I had here. And this is like an explanation of why this could have happened, or like the solving energy, or the key energy to what you could be facing during September, Pisces. That the key is actually to let go. If you're feeling like contempt about what you heard, if it was something that bothered you, if it was something that the deconstruction of something that you had not seen before, or like someone acting out of character, or maybe it was yourself, and it gave you a lot of harsh intuition, maybe like of things that you need to sort out about yourself. Or also it could also be a chance or a lesson of compassion to understand that others are in the Four of Pentacles energy, which is it's a person actually holding tight to their coins, called holding tight and being protective. And of course, there's a time to be protective and there's a time to be vulnerable. This is probably something that had to do with vulnerability, the situation that happened. If it was you acting this out, or if it was you receiving this energy, actually the lesson, or the spiritual lesson, is to know that it is because the person or yourself have a lesson of vulnerability that you need to overcome, or that you're acting out and that you need to release. Be it the release to think that you have control over everything, or the release of the stress that's going on around, because Pisces is an energy that anyone that's Pisces, you probably most people, unless you have, depending on your chart, if you have another planet that is kind of numbing your intuition, most Pisces are very connected with their intuition and their feelings, and it can be overburdened. It can overburden them at times. It can be too much, and that makes some Pisces, not all, to resort to all kinds of fantasies for it to escape from reality, from the weight of feeling so much, of feeling the energy of the collective. And that could be like drug addictions or anything that is numbing you out. Some numbing out is necessary, like we know in medicine. Sometimes we need to numb the pain for some time, but it cannot be prolonged, that we are not living life because we're being so numbed out or dysfunctional, of course. And there's a bit of Pisces in all of us. As I said, all the different charts have a manifestation on all of us, and they either have a weakness that we have to overcome, or it's a highlight or a strength that we come with. So the key here for you Pisces is to know that things are going to change. They're going to move in the right way. Things are going to clear up with the wheel and the upright. Whatever happened, maybe people, this could also be an opportunity, Pisces, if you acted out and you said something out of character, to apologize, to level the scales, to change your perspective, or to know that this person, if you were wronged in any way, that the person is probably to let it go. I mean, not everybody's gonna. You might get an apology, you might not. That is like at a personal level, and I was asking like more details as to what this Empress was, and it gave me what kind of role this Empress was doing on the reverse, and it's gave me the 401. So again, it would be like in a place, in your workplace, or a place someone with a very strong judgment, with a kind of like a Virgo energy, because we're still in the Virgo season, like a bit of a pettiness on a comment that you either was you that made it or someone that made it, but kind of like tip the balance of harmony, of how things were going, and kind of like egged a bit the energy. With the King of Swords, definitely it's a reactive energy of being too logical, but also too cold and maybe in arrogance, or in being careless, like unnecessary slashing out maybe. And it could have been you, or you could have received it. I feel it's possible it has a workplace environment, or with a group of people that you have different dynamics, but it does feel that it caused some chaos and some conflicts, that comment that was made, or that you made. And here with the World in the reverse, and the Eight of Pentacles, definitely it feels, maybe it was a comment about politics, maybe it was a comment about something in the world, and in a way it was not empathical to some people. That could be like how it might show. So if you have an opportunity during this month where you actually have a choice, or you see yourself in that situation, hold yourself before you do that. because if you're the one causing this, it's going to create some strife and some unnecessary imbalance. And just it's a reminder for you, if you have the feeling to try to create that kind of chaos, or to stop yourself before that, and to know that you're probably stressed and you're acting out. Or if someone is actually doing this to you, to not to take it too personal, because probably they're crumbling down with the uncertainty of how everything is. So it is due to happen. And as well, this is a nice energy that as the month ends and we start entering into October, that probably this conflictive energy might ease a bit, although we do have Mars in Gemini until next year, until March of next year. And that means combative communication, combative thinking, being a bit like, because we're stressed, and that is kind of normal. So the other card that I got as a clarifier is the Three of Pentacles, which is that to be more, have more fraternity with each other, to lighten up the energy, to ease up the energy a bit. Maybe if it was something that happened in the workplace, if it was something that happened in the workplace, maybe to offer like a bit of a celebration or a party to ease things up. Maybe some, even throw in there some games that people at the workplace like, if they're into that. I'm actually a kind of person who doesn't like board games that much, especially when you're being obligated to play. But just loosen up the energy. And if you're feeling like you're the one who wants to explode and be snappy, because that's the energy I feel, then just hold your horses and try to distance yourself if that is what it's needed, and realize why it happened, and then let go of what happened. Don't take it personal, and know that things are going to move and things are going to change into a more relaxed, and more harmony is going to be reestablished again. So that's at the personal level. I'm also picking up here with, these are more basically more clarifiers of the energy, is with the Four of Cups and the Queen of Swords. Unsolicited advice that someone made, maybe in a very snappy way. Maybe it was something that was touchy, about something that you have kind of like post-traumatic stress disorder, or something that, yeah, like post-traumatic stress disorder, and someone is joking about that in the workplace, or like when we're stressed and we make comments that we don't really think about thoroughly of what we're saying. And that brings us into that Hermit on the reverse, and the Six of Pentacles, of going deep within to analyze why the dynamic between the people, why you gave the comment, or why you received that comment. And I feel it's going to be an opportunity for analyzing our way we communicate with others, as in Venus in Virgo. On a Venus in Virgo card is actually a person that is by themselves, and they have achieved a lot by themselves. But is also analyzing, it's a person that is also very critical. So it could be some comment that was made from a person that is doing well, or just be careful that you're not, to be more empathical about what others could be going through, and you might not be seeing the angles, or people might just say some comment because they're not seeing the angles. And it is a calling to have, well, more compassion with the Nine of Pentacles, and along with the Ace of Cups, of stretching yourself, of seeing, trying to see things from the perspective of others. If you have an energy where you might be, where empathy might be not your forte, and again with the Eight of Pentacles, that it might be something you have to work on, or again it could be a situation in the workplace. It could also be, in a sense, at a collective sense, as with the 12th house, of hard situations in the world that break our heart, about people that are going already through difficult times, and where we connect as a group into helping others those that are doing well into helping others, or in forming kind of like a coalition to help other people that are not in a good situation. And that, or at a bigger level, as the recession is looming, of understanding that our strength is in our numbers and in being able to communicate between ourselves, and in making associations, and in finding our soul group, that in our numbers as peasants, as like global citizens, we're going to find strength if there's any kind of like heartful situation going on in September, as things are cooling up and as we're feeling like we're going into a Cold War, maybe even like it's seeing the Cold War again, with the problems like the oil situation, and then the Cold War. I mean, Russia doing their thing with their very combative way of making threats, and then the leaders have to do their, you know, like it becomes a battle of conversation, of diplomatic conversation, and I feel that's going to be like impacting especially Pisces, because they're going to start feeling like the stress of the uncertainty of Cold War kind of situation. But I feel the good thing about this reading is actually that I see hope at the end of the tunnel. And I see it in the following way, that it is through, as I said, through our numbers, through being able to unite as a whole, and also because Uranus is also having a strength in the effect the planets have over the Earth right now. Uranus is also about innovation, so I feel there's going to be great opportunities for innovation, of empowering of the people through internet. For if there's going to be some situation where we feel like that the tower, like possible tower and the moon, which feel very much like a Cold War kind of energy, and people feeling, and also we have Venus in Virgo, so people are being very careful with how their spending habits, and that is making the economy contract even more, like I said in the last video, and that is making the Gemini and Mars more stressed about money and being more combative, because there's a sense, of course, lack, or there's less abundance, so people get stressed and they go into the Four of Pentacles mode, and they become a bit combative. And it's actually a calling from the universe to embrace, knowing that if we're doing better and uniting together as a group, as the soul tribe, as human beings that want to see things in a stable and kumbaya kind of way, because once they start talking about nuclear war, we know what can happen, right? So it's already time for the people to intervene, not only because it's showing up in the cards, but hopefully we're going to see this, where people are going to say, okay, it's not only you people in power, we also have our power, and especially now we're connected as global citizens. That is the strength that we have, at least as the counteracting energy of having crazy people in power, right? And what else? And then here for Pentacles 8, I have also another message that I might show additionally as to what I'm feeling collectively. Okay, I'm going to include it, and if not, I'll cut it. I have the following. If I don't like it, I'll cut it. The following reading that I had when I wasn't in my desk, with the perfect light and everything, but I should have recorded it, because with the news and everything, I was sensing the energy before. But yesterday wasn't the day. Yesterday was such a heavy day. I don't know if Pisces, you felt it in the days before. Very everybody's, of course, and we see it on the news, everybody's having mental problems, everybody's going to strong depression, right? We're swimming in the Neptune energy, Neptune waters of uncertainty. And if we didn't have uncertainty enough, here comes Putin with his threats of nuclear war, because the economy is contracting and he needs to get more money, because that's how he makes his coin. So I have here the Emperor along with the Ten of Swords. Very like, I think there's going to be truths coming out September about an excess of power, abuse of power from people like big leaders, big important people that have been, or it comes out that they haven't been as truthful as we thought they were, or a truth comes out like they're clumsy about something and it gets spilled out like something, and it has the resonance of a situation where people's monies, like pensions for the people, were misplaced and by someone who was empowered, and it causes of course conflict of there's an imbalance. It was something that is done with the Five of Swords in reverse. Like, it wasn't ethical. It was legal, but it wasn't ethical. And this is going to bring down possibly a King of Pentacles, someone that, of course, was managing the money or is in a structure, and it's going to, of course, bring him down because it is now, right now, is not the money, not the moment to be playing with people's money, because people are going to be very reactive because of the economy, and as I said, just the energy of Gemini being, Mars being on Gemini, and Virgo being on Venus, and we're evaluating with a microscope every cent that is being spent, and of course there's this contraction, and we're all on that Four of Pentacles energy. So if anybody's messing with the money of the people, that is not going to be taken lightly. And I also felt, yeah, it was like a wrong choice, something that was done in the dark, and it comes out, and it really bums out people. And but it actually is an opportunity for people to unite on what is important, and to understand that there's a mutual interest, there's a mutual connection, and things being done right, and corruption to be fought back. And here I had this other energies as clarifiers with the Seven of Pentacles. I feel it could be like pensions or savings, like promises, like illusions about that, and of people in like being in institutions that were giving people like the backup that everything was okay, and that it was actually a fraud, or there was actually a lot of people ended up losing money because of everything wasn't as clear as they thought it was, as it was portrayed in the beginning. Again, Eight of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles, work, decisions, being, yeah, it has to do with decisions about pensions. I feel it strongly made. Well, we'll see what happens in September, if it comes out in the news or not. But I'm feeling strongly this could also apply maybe at your personal level. Someone that was maybe taking care of some money disappears with your money. There was some kind of fraud, or there were promises that were not fulfilled, and it was a really shady thing from someone in power that you thought was actually honorable. There's the Devil card, which is like lessons, or lessons in the sense of having a an opportunity to do the right thing, and you're being tempted, of course, of temptations, of taking the wrong decision, or with the Lovers upside down, of being swayed away by our desires instead of doing what is right and what is honorable. And with the Moon come things that were hidden coming out, that with the High Priestess and the King of Wands, it could be, it could involve a woman coming out with this information about the misdoings of this King of Wands that was very much acting out of his desire and leaving some people without their pensions and their money. But I feel at the end there's this energy of people coming together and balancing the scales of the injustice that has been done for these people. And if not, it also, this is at a personal level, this is an opportunity maybe in your life, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising, where you might have, maybe you think, no, I don't think you're going to do that, Pisces. That you might be given the opportunity to do a shady thing. Don't do anything shady, Pisces, because you're going to be caught. Watch out for your vices. There's good chances of people finding out things about you, especially things that have to do with finances and mismanagement of finances. So maybe you have a chance if you've done anything wrong, if this is reading for you, to return the money or try to do things in a better way. Anyways, I do see a balancing of energies, of actually unconditional love prevailing, or that people get united over this, because this is, maybe it has to do with funds that go to public social institutions, and that instead of all the donations going to that, someone was pinching or absolutely taking all the money. It could also be that. But I also see that things are gonna get balanced again. I hope that was entertaining. At least that was thought-provoking. If you will see what happens in September with the world and with everything. If you like a personal reading, my details are in the box below. If you like this content and you like to see more content like this, remember to like, share, and subscribe. And if anything happened to you regarding to this, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or anybody who felt it resonated, feel free to write in the comments. All the blessings for you, Pisces, with this unusual reading for you.